Yo guys, how's it going, and welcome back to another Rainbow Six Siege video. Now, as you did see by the title, today I'm going to be going over an AFK RENOWN glitch, which is super OP. Now, this glitch can be AFK in some ways and AFK in other ways, but it's kind of hard to explain. The first way to explain it is, when you're going to be doing your homework and stuff like that, you won't be actually playing the game at all, and you'll be getting renown for it, but it only does work on console having to do this way. There's way on PCs which works so much better, just on console it's so much harder to do, which kind of takes an element out of the AFK bit away. Now, basically saying that obviously when you go to retry and obviously do the terrorist hunt again, then you have to make sure that someone is there to click it. I have found some ways mainly to get around it. I just haven't tried it. I've put this in because I thought it may work, so let me know if it does work at all in the actual comment section, and if not, give any tips to any console users. But on PC, it's fine for you because I've got an auto click away, which will work really well. But the ways I did do on Xbox and the PS4, perhaps you will be using an auto clicker in some way, but you never know. Just leave down your tips for the actual consoles in the comment section. But also, if you are enjoying the Minecraft series, go and check out the new video. It's like only about 2 hours old, which is quite new. People have really been enjoying it. I know the views aren't great, but since I'm playing it, I'm thinking, why not upload it? It takes no time to edit it for me, but you know, why not? So also, before we do get into it, hit that subscribe button, that like button, and turn on notifications to see this AFK glitch. But apart from that, let's get into it. So, what you want to do is go over to matchmaking preferences. Make sure on terrorist hunt that the only mode you have got on is protect the hostage, as you can see there. Then for the maps, the only map you want on to make sure is tower. This is the only one that does work for it, and for some reason that you'll get 30 renown. Now, normally when you do this glitch, I have to obviously say that you need a partner, but for this you don't. You want to go lone wolf and make it normal and just set up the game, and from here you'll be put into a game of terrorist hunt. This will be perfect, and from here this is the AFK part. As soon as you've done this part, then you don't need to do anything at all. You can just wait, and this is where the auto clicker comes in. But the first actual part you will have to do, obviously like the first kind of game, to make sure you can line up where the auto clicker is. And it doesn't really matter, I'm just clicking random to roll the dice, doesn't matter who you are, so I'm the warden. But from this glitch, you'll be able to get anything you want, so the new operators, so being warden, the no diamond camo, any really thing you want for the actual game, and this will all be free, and it's not very game breaking, and it doesn't affect anyone else apart from Ubisoft. So as you can see, I'm right into the game now, and what's going to be happening normally is you'll just be standing here. I'm going to be walking around, obviously being normal, but just to make it easier, and it's obviously just easier in general to do it. But what really this does work is after 30 seconds, you will get renown. But if you don't last than 30 seconds, then you won't get renown at all. And it sounds a bit stupid, but it's just the way it works. So if you're standing here and you last 30 seconds, you get renown. And the longer you last, the more renown you'll get. And also bearing in mind, depending obviously what operators you are for your Ubisoft challenges, then you'll also get like an 150 renown extra. So when I did record this video, but the footage got corrupted, then you would get an extra 150 rounds. So I got like 180 rounds for one game. So what I'm going to do is just kind of stand here, explain what's going to be happening. There will be people coming from this direction. This is probably the worst room to actually defend, because there's a few where people do come from. But you know, if I'm just hiding behind this wall, say for instance, I'm not moving, I just got to wait 30 seconds, and then after 30 seconds, I'll get my renown and it's perfect. But you have to make sure that actual 30 seconds you do last, because if you don't last that 30 seconds, then you won't get any renown at all. But yeah, you know, I'm just waiting, and after obviously 30 seconds, you'll get your renown. It's OP, they killed the hostage, but like I said, the room I'm in at the moment isn't the best room to defend it. I believe it's the lounge is the best room, because there's only one way for you to get there, and they don't go that way at all, which is just stupid. So after you've done that, it's OP, I failed it, that's fair enough, you know, you can understand. And then the next bit here is obviously going into the main menu and seeing everything. So I actually did get, 24 renown, because I literally, I believe, got dead in the 30-second mark, which is okay. But at this point here, obviously you've played the first bit, you want to make sure now that you've got your actual auto clicker and putting it on vote for retry. Now the point is, where you got auto clicker here, you obviously click on the vote for retry, it stays there all the time. You will be shooting obviously in the game, but every time you do get to this point, it will just put you straight into another terrorist hunt, so you can leave it being AFK. Now for those console users, you can't do that because we haven't got AFK at all, obviously by downloading a spare app. But the way you can do it is if you're, for instance, doing your homework or literally just sitting there watching a YouTube video, just press A when it's done, and then after that, you can just go back to what you're doing. The other way to think is that I believe that on Xbox, if you've got a Windows PC, you can get your actual game from your Xbox onto your PC. So from there, what I would do is go and set up a mouse next to it, and obviously do the same thing, get an auto clicker. And then that will obviously allow you to get a vote for retry every single time, and I believe you can do this through the Xbox app as well, which will be super OP. Now for the PS4 as well, I do know they have a PS4 emote, which is, I believe is true. I don't play PS4, so don't take my word for this. But same thing again, download an auto clicker off the App Store, do the same thing again, vote for retry, and it will just keep on happening. Now these are the settings here that I'll be using for the PC, so they're easy to do, and the one I would recommend is GS Auto Clicker. It's very handy to do, and you gotta think you can do this over time, and it will just keep spamming it and spamming it, so as soon as you're finished, boom, it's easy to do, and it'll put you straight into a new one. And obviously, being it random, it doesn't matter what character you take, it's just easy to do, and you can just keep on doing this, and it's super OP. So again, like, my character's random, I've got Jaeger this time, I'm in the exhibit room, which I believe is a different room, I'm not entirely sure, but you know, it doesn't really matter. So as you can see, I'm back into a game. Obviously, I've got my Black Ice camo on it, which looks pretty cool. And I'm just going to be waiting it. And as you can see, there's only one direction they can come from. And that is that way through there. So it's super OP. You don't need to do anything at all. You just keep on doing this. And boom, you'll get easy renown in no time. The only downside, I suppose, to this is that it will actually run your parents' electricity bill up quite a bit. Because people will be leaving it on overnight. And you think everyone sleeps for about on average 8 hours. And you keep on sleeping it for about 8 hours. Then obviously that's a lot of electricity that's being used overnight, and to be fair, your parents will get annoyed. So in my opinion, I wouldn't tell them and try and keep it as secret as possible. But I believe someone generated like 12,000 renown in an hour, so you gotta think within 8 hours, like that's a lot of renown. Don't take my word for that. I don't know if it's strictly entirely true. If it is, then that's super OP. You can get that diamond camo in no time if you really want it, or if you haven't have it. You can upgrade your characters, get the nice skins, so like the outfits you want on it, and it'll be super OP. And you gotta think, I've literally just come to 30-second marks. I'm about to die if they kill me, because don't know why they can't kill me this bad. I suppose it's because I'm normal mode, but let's wait for them to kill me, because I've lasted quite a long section, and boom, I'm dead now. So now, obviously, that game's done again. You being on PS4 or whatever thing you are on, you've got your auto clicker aimed in that direction, so around the bottom right hand screen. So right now, it's just keep spamming it and spamming it and spamming it, and then boom, as soon as I do finish this game, it'll put me straight into a new one. Now it does take some time, so this bit you will have to wait, and as you can see, it goes the little like loading bar, it'll put me into the next bit. Again, I just got 115 renown from that, and also I got 26 renown as well. So 176 renown from that, obviously being my clicker, puts me straight into another game, and it's that OP to do. But also, if you've got any other tips for the console people, please leave some actual kind of tips down below, because I'm not entirely sure they do work. Or if you've got your own tip of yourself, like say for instance like a homemade thing you've done, which is fair enough and clever to do, because I know some people do find some homemade stuff to do. Say for instance maybe like a clicker that you've got that just keeps spamming it, or just something like that, so you can just keep spamming that A button, so every time you do it, it works OP. And obviously by the time you do wake up or you go out somewhere and you come back, you're going to have a lot of renown. But yeah, really, those are my tips. I hope you did enjoy it. It's a really easy thing to do. So from this, you can get anything you want. You can get every single operator in the game if you really wanted to. You can get the new ones. You can get the new Season 4 passes and stuff like that. And it's just super OP. And you can get any camos. And to be fair, this doesn't affect anyone but Ubisoft. Ubisoft can't do anything about it because this has been out since day one of the game. And they still haven't patched it because they just can't work a way around it. I don't know why, but Ubisoft just don't. So apart from that, that is going to be your video. If you did enjoy, hit that subscribe button, the like button, and turn on notifications, because I upload every single day. Obviously, it's always at least Rainbow Six Siege, and who doesn't want that if you play Rainbow Six Siege all the time? Also, let me know if you want some Rainbow Six Siege gameplay at all, because I'm more than happy to do it. It's just I've got to record it, because since I'm Gold 3 still, I haven't played since the placement games, so it makes it a bit more harder for me to play, and you know, I'll just play if you really want me to do it. But like I said, apart from that, that is going to be a video. If you did enjoy, hit the like button, the subscribe button, and turn on notifications. And what you're going to do now is just watch me finish with these people off, because I don't know why I'm using my pistol at all. You can see, boom, there's there. Let's get some more kills. And what we're going to do is actually die in round 2 and show the differences if you do, for instance, play like a round. See, now I've just finished the first round. Let's wait till the second actual round 2 comes in, and then I'll die. I believe there's not that much of a change of actual renown difference, which is just strange. I don't know why that does, but it's just a strange thing to happen. And I believe now we're into the second round. I've lasted quite a long time. So there's a person here. I'm just going to wait to die. They're missing me a lot. I'm dead. And now to see how many actual renown we do get from that actual playing one round and getting like 8 kills, I believe, which is pretty alright. And you know, let's just see what we do get. So, going into it now, we get 38 renown. What, 7 or 8 more? No, 11 more renown, sorry. That's really bad maths. 11 more renown in total. Not that much, to be fair, considering you did one thing. And by the time you did get into the next round, you could have done a game by then, and you'd be more renown in total. But like I said, they're my tips. I've showed you the actual screen of the settings as well for the auto clicker. Hope you did enjoy everything else like that. I'll leave the link down to the auto clicker as well. Also, please give you some tips for those people who are on console because they may need it. But apart from that, and until next time, see ya.